Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Monica. In today's video, I will be bringing you some anti-MLM content, and in today's video, we will be discussing Everra. Just as a disclaimer, anything said in this video is just my opinions, and if I have anything that I found online, I'll link it down below in the description box as per usual. Now, if you haven't heard of Everra, they are an up-and-coming MLM, beauty, skincare, makeup, that sort of thing. And the reason why I heard about this was, first of all, I heard about it from my friend Alando over at the Recovering Hunbot. And then one of you had actually asked me if I could look into it because there's really not that much information out there. And I'm gonna say this was probably the hardest one to research because there is no information out there. It's just a bunch of people talking about it. They're all sharing the same exact script, the same graphic, everything. What I found interesting was the CEO of Everra was also part of Unique, part of Mayel, or however you say it, and part of Native. If you don't know about any of those companies, so he was part of Unique. He was part of the higher people in the company. Then he left and started his own network marketing, MLM, direct sales, whatever you want to call it, company called Mayel. That particular company was sued by Unique because they were saying that apparently he had stolen ideas or makeup or whatever the case may be. What I find interesting about that particular situation, of course, you guys know that I'm anti-MLM, but what I find interesting about that particular situation is Unique is all about empowering women, validating women, as I've talked about in my Unique video. When they sued that company, they weren't just hurting him and having him lose money, but they were also hurting the women that they always talk about, empowering women, validating women. Those women lost a lot of money, which is something that I find kind of interesting. Again, I don't believe in any MLMs. I really don't. That's just my opinion. Of course, you can have your own opinion, but I found that a little interesting. Then he went on to, I guess, develop or start another network marketing company, MLM, direct sales, called Native or Native. I don't know how they pronounce it, but just one quick Google search, and if you look on Glassdoor reviews, which is actually something that I used prior to getting any job out there, because I feel as though it's not 100% accurate, but at least I can kind of see how many good reviews there are, how many bad reviews there are, and come to an average of the two and see if maybe it's just a disgruntled employee. But on Glassdoor reviews, there were multiple people saying that he is a scam artist. Now, of course, I'm not making any allegations, but it's on there, and it shows that a lot of people think this. So he started Everra. Before we go over that, because I did find him on LinkedIn, and I did kind of look up all of his information, well, whatever's available online. He also was part of the marketing department for a company called Sophie. I don't know how you actually pronounce it, but that is a student loan consolidation company. Funny thing about that is my accountant back in New Jersey had actually told me that his son was one of the founders of this particular company. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if he was just pitching something to me. I don't know if it's actually his son. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to talk about what he had told me. So I looked into it because I was in the process of looking into student loan debt consolidation because there's a lot of money that I owe for my student loans. Believe it or not, that particular company had the highest interest rate and the highest monthly payment out of any other consolidation company or bank that I looked into. I actually had more luck looking into a specific bank and having them basically, give me the loan and then I pay them back. So I found that kind of interesting that he was working for the marketing department because that just seems a little sketchy to me. But again, my opinion. But anyway, going back to Everra. So he started Everra. This is supposed to be a beauty, skincare, makeup company. They did not even have a name when this launched, and I believe it launched at the end of October. There was no name, no website, no nothing, which is kind of weird and a little, if I was approached by it and there was no name, no website, no nothing, I wouldn't really be recruited into the company because I find that a little strange. Moving along, in November, they finally had a name and they finally had a website. So I went on the website. There's no product, it's just pretty images. The only thing that you can do on the website is become an Everra influencer. Y'all know how I feel about when people throw the term influencer around, only because I have been in that particular industry. I have been a blogger for almost 7 years now. I think we're coming up on 7 years. And I've seen the industry change. And I've seen it change into more of influencing, and they're called influencers or content creators, whatever you want to call it. If you watched my Tori Bell video, I talked about my take on the word influencer. Even though I personally don't like that word, I know that that is what the community has become, and that's the industry that we're in right now. I do not like it when MLMs throw around the word affiliate marketing and the word influencer, because you are not an influencer. An influencer, like an actual legitimate influencer who has their own website, who has their own social media, and even if they're just an Instagram influencer, they did not have to pay to start. They did not have to recruit anybody. If they are promoting products, they're either A, getting paid for the product, or B, if they're a smaller micro influencer, they might just be doing the review in exchange for the product for free. So you are not an influencer. Being an influencer or a blogger or content creator is completely different from what you're doing. It is a multi-level marketing company. You cannot call yourself an influencer. The reason why, in my opinion, that they use the word influencer is so that it can sound more enticing. Because nowadays, what younger generation kid, I'm gonna call them kids because I feel like they're children to me, but what kid nowadays doesn't want to be an influencer, doesn't want to get rich off of being on YouTube or a content creator? Who doesn't want to do that? It's something that's fun, it's something that they like to do. And it's something that they're probably already doing in their daily lives, so why not try to get paid for it? I find that they're just doing this so that it sounds like a better opportunity than it actually is. Something that really irked me about this whole situation is the fact that there is no product yet, and they're already recruiting people into their downline. We all know the difference between a pyramid scheme and a legal multi-level marketing company, direct sales, whatever you want to call it. Now again, I'm not making allegations, but this is just me looking at it from the outside. You are recruiting people and there's no product yet. Now, I watched a few YouTube videos from an Everra influencer, and she had talked about how the products are already in the warehouse, but nothing has been officially released yet, and they're hoping, their goal is to release it by the end of the first quarter of 2020. So they're hyping all of this up. They started hyping it up in October. What MLMs like to do is the whole FOMO thing, where they try to say, act now because this opportunity is only blah, blah, blah. Why are you taking so long to want to do this? You know, and that's just their tactic, because they make it seem like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, why not join now? You'd be crazy not to join now. And there was another Everra influencer that I found on YouTube who said, don't ask questions, just join now. Please ask questions, because there are so many things about Everra that I found in the small amount of information that's out there. Number one, the CEO from the videos that I was looking at is based in the US. However, the company is based out of the UK. So they abide by UK rules. The company does. Of course, everything has to translate and be legal in the US as well. But I find that kind of odd that it's releasing in the UK and the US, but that the company is fully based out of the UK. I find that kind of odd. Now, of course, if you have your own opinion, leave it in the comments below. I'd be very interested in hearing what you guys have to say about it. All of the people who are out there on YouTube or on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook that are promoting Everra all say the same thing. They have a script. They're not thinking outside the box and making it their own thing. They have a script. So at first, when I was on YouTube and I was listening to the same thing over and over again, I was curious. I was like, okay, well, are they just paying these people to go on YouTube to hype up this product for people to join and then just scam people out of their money? Or is this actually legitimate? So I decided to go on social media. And once I went on Facebook, I found that there are actually some people in my area also promoting the product. So I went on the Everra website and pretended to sign up for this opportunity. Now get this, it's $9 to sign up US and £7 UK. So everyone's thinking, oh, I have nothing to lose, it's only $9. Here's the thing though, is do the math. Let's say that 2,000 people have signed up. I know that they have way more than 2,000 people, but because 2,000 is a very small amount of people, that is a total of the US and the UK. But let's say that there's 2,000 people and they bought this at, I'm gonna do US dollars because I'm based in the US, but US dollars. They made $18,000 alone just from those people. So let that sink in that all of these people are saying you have nothing to lose, it's only $9, so if it is a scam, it's only $9. But it's the principle of the matter that someone is still making money off of that $9. $9 adds up when you have a specific amount of people that are signing up with you. So I pretended to go and look and see. In my area alone, there are 15 people. Mind you, I live in the middle of nowhere, okay? There's a touristy city, town that's a little bit further away from me, but it's about like 45 minutes away from me. Well, maybe a little bit less than that. But in my area alone, there are 15 people. So I decided I'm gonna go on Facebook and see if these people are legitimate. I'm curious, are they actually legitimate people or are these just paid people to sign up to basically just make money off of people? They are legitimate people. The crazy part is that most of them are already consultants for other MLMs, which is a little strange because if companies are talking about financial freedom, quitting your job, making X amount of money in X amount of time, why are you part of multiple MLMs if you're dishing that particular MLM will help you pay for your bills or will help you quit your full-time job or will help pay for your family? Why do you have to join multiple ones? Now, of course, as a business owner, it's always good to, as a legitimate business owner, it's always good to have multiple sources of income. So you don't want to put your eggs in one basket. That's obvious, that's what it is. But if you're going to be talking about financial freedom from every single MLM, and you're doing multiple MLMs, that should be red flag number one that you're not making money in this MLM. But again, that's my opinion. I just find it very strange that they are recruiting people to become part of their team with no product yet. There is no product. Here's another thing. If you watch my response to the Arbonne rep a few weeks ago, you would have seen that there was something that she said in there that I did actually agree with. And she was saying how if you were to open up a coffee shop, you wouldn't just not buy a coffee and test it out. So of course, that's why they tell you to buy these starter kits, even though I think the starter kits are astronomical prices, and I think you should be a customer first before you enter the business opportunity, but that's just me. But she actually had a good point that you have to test out the product first. How are you going to recruit people into this opportunity when there is no product yet? The one Everra influencer said that they have product in their warehouse, but she's never tried it before. So how can you possibly be excited for this opportunity if you've never tried the product before? They're saying that it's vegan, it's cruelty-free. How do you know that? There's nothing on the website that shows that it's vegan or cruelty-free. There is no, what is it called? The bunny. I forget, but it certifies you saying that you are cruelty free. I don't remember what it's called, but I know it's a bunny. I'm mind blank right now. But so they're saying all of these things, but there's nothing on their website. There's no about us. There's no shop, shop section where they have all their products. There's nothing. It's just a bunch of pretty pictures. It just looks to me like a scam. Now, of course, at first, before they even recruited people, I'm going to pull this up on my phone, but before they even recruited people, there was no compensation plan. There was no name, there was no website, there was no nothing. So that sounds very scammy in my opinion. But they finally came out with a compensation plan. There are 8 ways to earn. There is immediate retail sales commission, earn 25 to 30% instantly. Immediate bonus on team sales, that's 3 levels deep. Group bonus for business builders, and that's team sales bonus and limited by levels. Rank promotion bonus, that is a one-time bonus for certain paid ranks. Power seller monthly sales commission. You earn up to an additional 20% on retail commissions, a potential total of 50% on retail sales. Fast starter sponsor bonus. Earn 8% to 10% on personally sponsored influencers over the first 3 months of their enrollment. Generation bonus for business builders, up to 3 generations. Matching bonus, one-time bonus for sponsors as their level 1 influencers achieve certain paid as ranks. They go into the whole entire compensation plan. I actually found this online, but then I saw that it is on their website as well. So I'm just going to pop up a few things on the screen. Power seller monthly bonuses. So for 250 plus points, that equals a 5% bonus. 500 plus points equals a 10% bonus. 1,000 points equals 15% bonus. 2,000 points equals a 20%. Moving along, we have this chart that says we love immediate commissions, and it shows your personal sales commissions, and then it also shows a chart of your team sales commissions levels 1 to 3. And it just, again, shows immediate personal sales commissions, and it goes through all of that, which we'll go over in a minute because they do have a full compensation plan. This is just a breakdown of everything. Then you have generation bonuses. So as you qualify for rank 6, you begin to earn additional bonuses on team sales. Then we have something called fast start bonuses. For the month that you personally sponsor someone and 3 months after, earn more on all of their sales. So ranks 1 and 2, you have a level 1 commission of 5%, fast start bonus of 3%, and then the total commission would be 8%. Ranks 3 or higher, your level 1 commission is 6%, your fast start bonus is 4%, total commission is 10%. If we move on to the rank requirements, this is something that I really wanted to go over, and I don't know if I'm going to be understanding this properly, so I'm just going to hope that that's how it is. First, you have to have a personal sales volume. So if any of these Everra people try to tell you that you don't need any PV, it shows right here that you do need a PV. You do need, even at rank 1, you need a 50-point PV, which I don't know what that's going to equal to in actual monetary value. Then in order to qualify for rank 2, you need to have a career PSV, so a career personal sales volume. And if I'm understanding it correctly, that is over a period of time, and I don't know if it's just a one-time personal volume or if it's all, you have to constantly keep that personal volume. In order to rank for tier number 3, you need to have a group sales volume of 300 points, and you have to have 2 active legs. So I'm assuming that that's 2 people in your downline. Then moving on to rank 7, that's when you have a paid as bonus qualified legs. So I'm assuming you need 6 people in your downline. Then to make rank 8, you need 2 paid as bonuses qualified bonus legs. So I'm assuming that you need a total of 12 people in your downline. I'm not 100% sure because it says 2RX, but I'm not sure. And then you need a downline sales volume of 15,000 points. Then to rank for rank 9, that's when you'll have an adjusted downline sales volume of 40,000 points. I just had a customer come in, so I had to actually cut the video. I have no idea where I left off, so I do apologize if I'm gonna end up missing something. But the next thing that I wanted to go over was some of the posts that I was actually seeing on social media regarding this particular MLM. There was this one. Brand new cosmetic company based out of Utah. Luxury cosmetics, skincare, no monthly fees, no additional fees, paid instantly after website sales, products ranging from $9 to $100, launching soon. Join us for $9 and be a founder too. You're not a founder. There's already a founder of the company. I know that it's just a title that they're trying to give of people starting at the ground level, as they like to say, but you are not a founder. There's already a founder of the company, which is the same person who founded all of these other MLMs that I've already talked about earlier in this video. There were a ton of things like this that I found on social media. It was basically the same narrative that all the other ones had. The only difference is that some of them were using pictures of them with really pretty makeup on their faces. Some were saying how they're a makeup artist and this is what they do. And I really truly hope that they are a makeup artist because there is a lot of work that goes into being a certified makeup artist. However, there was a ton of face tuning involved on some of the so-called makeup artists. Personally, I don't agree with using that much face tune. If you have a skill, then of course you have a skill. But I don't agree with photoshopping as much as you do and face tuning as much as you do. I love to play with colors when it comes to Photoshop, but I don't like to play with my body only because there are people out there on the internet who spot that stuff as soon as you post the picture. And I do not want to be one of those people that's like, oh, look at her waist. Like she photoshopped her waist because look at the curve of, you know, the wall behind her or something like that. Same thing with face tuning. I don't have a problem with trying to make yourself more presentable on social media because sometimes what the camera captures is not what the actual, let's say makeup for example, it's not what the actual makeup looks in person because sometimes the colors can be a little different. Sometimes everything can be a little different. So I have no problem with you trying to edit it and make it look the way that it does in real life. However, if you're going to use Facetune, please be careful with it because when you have, you know, this blurred effect of your face and then the other part of your face, you could see that there's like patches of skin that you forgot to touch up with Facetune. I don't agree with it. I think it's dumb. I think that there are so many people on the internet that know about Facetune. They see that stuff and they automatically are like, okay, well, this person's just using Facetune and editing software to make themselves look better on social media. So, of course, I know that that really has nothing to do with this particular MLM, but it's just a little bit of a rant that I wanted to add in there. All of the things that they're saying on social media is the same. They have the same graphics that they're using. The information that they're posting on YouTube and their videos is exactly the same. I personally, in the end, think that this is a scam. Of course, you may think otherwise. You may think that you're getting in at the ground level. For there to already be 15 people in this area alone, I think that's a lot. And it just goes to show that MLMs don't believe in market saturation. And for them to be building a team with no product is very, in my opinion, not trying to do any allegations, but in my opinion, sounds like a pyramid scheme. Because you're recruiting people with no product. I don't really have that many facts to back up this video because there's nothing out there. At the time of me filming this, there is nothing out there for me to actually look into. Of course, there's not gonna be an income disclosure statement because they haven't sold any products yet. So of course, there's not gonna be any income disclosure statement yet. But the whole thing seems like a scam. It does. I really hope it's not, because judging by all the people that are posting on social media about this particular MLM, it seems like they have already made a lot of money. If all of these people paid $9, they have made a lot of money already. But again, I mean, I'll probably do a follow-up to this video only because there's really not that much information. If you have watched up to here, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, dislike, subscribe, support me on Patreon, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Monica, reporting to you live from a highway. Bye.